Howdy, y'all. Sean from Cappy's Cards. Back today with a little blaster box fun. I got a whole bunch of different blasters here. So I've been going around to some different retail things I normally do for, just my regular grocery shopping and, after class and all the other things I like to do. And still can't find that celebration box. Still can't find any optic football here locally, regionally, I guess I should say, between here and work. And I can't find the other New Heritage out yet either. But got Heritage High number here. And got this 2022 blaster box we've opened a couple times. This is actually a clearance thing too, right, from Meyer, the 2022, right? Yeah, 2022, duh. Blaster box here of Chrome Platinum. And then we haven't opened these in a while. I did Panini Prism, I know at least once I got from Target from 2024. So let's take a look at those, see if we can find Dylan Cruz, maybe one of them. And then Select box. I don't remember opening Select. Doesn't mean I didn't, just means I don't remember it. So, let's go through and open these. Hopefully Cappy will come in here and join us at some point. And we'll see what we can find. And we'll know if Cappy shows up, right? That's when the good stuff will come out normally, right? And as always, these things will get mixed into my Etsy packs, and I plan to start them next week, an update of all the baseball packs. So this kind of stuff will be found in there unless I pull something huge that finds its way over to eBay, right? Or my personal collection. Then, yeah, those will wind up in the team bags. Got about 4 baseball teams, I think, out of stock right now. So we'll get them back in stock here pretty soon. I've got one more hit I'm going to get from my supplier. Right, get high on my supply for one more time, and then I will do the full update. We get a Mancini Rainbow Foil in the first pack. Trey Mancini Rainbow Foil with Alonso behind him. And I'm pretty sure I've got that. So I'm going to set that down here in the regular pile. So hope everybody's had a good week this week. It's the last week of class for me, so I get to avoid Muncie pretty much for most of the summer. And then I will go back, of course, in the fall with some new stuff. It's not like, I have the summer off. It doesn't work that way. For a college professor, I still got other things to do. De La Cruz rookie is hiding the Welcome to the Show, Alonso. I don't think I have that. So we're going to set that one down with his now teammate right behind him, Juan Soto. Mets continue to be off to a hot start. That is definitely the relic pack. So we're going to set that aside for a minute and see what we get. Still no sign of Cappy. We got the 87 border card sticking out at me in this pack. Lewis, Wendell, Soler. Yeah, I know I've some of you would inform me that the new Heritage has come out, right? So trying to look for that. I mean, I'm going to break down and go to the, card shops here soon enough. Kellenic is our 87 design. Jared Kellenic with Javi Baez behind him. It's a Mets box, right? We got Alonso in the first 2 packs, right, with the star of the MLB and then the Welcome to the Show card here. And then you get Javi Baez, the couple of months when he was a Met. Maldonado, Ryu, Lopez, Zimmerman, Happ, Anderson, Manoah. Whatever happened to Alex Manoah? Padres, Rays, White Sox. Ooh, we get Freddie Freeman in the 2022 design. 11/18 of 2022. Freddie Freeman. So a nice star 2022 card. Let's put these like this. I think that's the order I'm going to open them anyway. So we'll put those there. We get Buster Posey's Home Run Challenge. I don't think he's doing that from the GM booth. So we'll mix that into the other packs there unscratched. That'll be a nice souvenir for a Giants fan. We get that guy, Yelich, Kowar, Shaw, Santillan, Miley, Dubon, the A's, Bard, Pearson. That card, we get a die cut here of Mark McGwire in the, what's this, Diamond, whatever it's called. Die cut design, Mark McGwire, a little refractorness to it there, prismness to it there, whatever. Joey Gallo, star of the MLB. Speaking of stars, right, NFL draft has been going on last couple of days. I'm recording this on Friday. I'm going to post it on Saturday. So maybe Sanders gets drafted tonight after I post this. After he built himself a little monument to himself and then didn't get drafted in the first round. Gee, I wonder why, NFL teams maybe thought, maybe we should stay away from this guy. But somebody will pick him, I'm guessing, at some point. Another Pete Alonso. I don't know if I have the Chrome version, so I better set that down for me. And Buster Posey again. Buster Posey and the Mets box. It's a nice PC box for me, right? So maybe the relic card will be something I keep too. Okay, so Buxton, star of the MLB. Hoy Park, Bogarts, Real Muto, Thompson, Contreras, Soto, Brousseau, Altuve, Matz, Gurriel, Marsh rookie, Cabrian Hayes, Future Stars, and Stallings is hiding a tiger. Is that Torkelson? Cabrera. I think that was Torkelson. I'm a moron. Miguel Cabrera. The little manufactured relic here. Be a nice mix into the Tigers packs when I update them. They're getting a little low, so be a nice addition. Miguel Cabrera. Why did I think that looked like Torkelson? Kind of a moron. Yeah, I'm just tired. Who knows? Let's try Heritage High Number. We know it's been good to us. If you've watched, I've opened this a few times now on the channel. And that live stream we did the other night, the impromptu live stream, I had a hot box. So let's see if I can find another hot box. If you haven't watched that live stream, I'll link it up over here. Right, you can fast forward your way around it, right? Because that was we wound up sitting there almost 2 hours going through stuff. So you can look around and see what you can find. And of course, I haven't looked and found all the stupid randomness of these things too. But Phillips, Vladdy, Cropley, Glasnow. Hey, I finally got a Fred Lynn card. That's one of the things that's noted here on the box, right? The Fred Lynn Files, 75, right? So we finally got a Fred Lynn Files card. Freddie Lynn. I can remember, of course, growing up outside of Baltimore when he did play there at the end of his career. So rookie pitchers, Lopez, Dunn, Cease, and again with the crimping. I mean, Topps did a terrible job with these because we've had several of these boxes now where the bottom has been crimped like that on some of these cards. So when I go through and I've been sorting them, I've been taking them back out. So I'm not going to do that right now, but that's just terrible. You pay one of these $30-ish a blaster box, and we got the relic in here in this one. As you can see there, so let's do this. I am not going to try to pronounce that. Amaya Montas. We get Austin Hayes in the green and another Clubhouse collection. So who'd we get this time? A Red Sox. Who do we think we got for the Red Sox? Devers, of course. Raffy Devers. So game used memorabilia for Raffy Devers, little napkin relic again. This one is numbered. It's hand numbered. Look at that. I guess maybe because it's game used versus the other ones. Do I have another one handy? I'd have to dig, but hand numbered 15 of 99. Can you see that on there? That's pretty cool. Raffy Devers. I knew it looked a little different when we kind of pulled with the design. I guess maybe that's the other side of it, the border. Looked different than the Goldschmidts and the Arenados and stuff that we pulled, but that's really sweet. 15 of 99, hand numbered. The relic card there of Raffy Devers. So another crimped card there at the bottom, you can see. Shenton, Rodriguez. I didn't notice one in that other pack. Here we've got Kerry Carpenter, 423 of 599 or 699. Sorry, Kerry Carpenter. 423 of 699 for the Tigers. Got a mini card of Corbin Burns. Set that over here. Is that a yellow? Or, sorry, yellow, green? No, it's not, but it is a high number. Clayton Beater. Not a green border, but it is a high number. So we'll put that, I guess because it's not dark green, we'll put that down here because it's a high number. And you got Vines, and it's Josh Hader that got the crimping this time. So my neighbor, it sounds like he has decided to mow and blow his driveway. So if you catch that in the background, I am very sorry. I mean, I can hear it. Hopefully the mic doesn't pick it up too much, but always the danger of recording in the daytime, right? Ober, Birdie, Rosario, Parker. Beck here is going to be the green, right? Yeah, green borders and a high number, 717. We pulled him before, haven't we? Porter, Snell, Lorenzen, and Wyatt Langford rookie. I'm just going to, since we got other stuff coming, I'm just going to put him in the pile this time. But that is a nice rookie card there of Wyatt Langford. Nice box so far, except for the crimping, and this one got it too. Did Wyatt Langford get it as the back card? No, he didn't. Thank God. J.D. Davis, rookie infielders, Rodriguez, Arraez, Marichal we pulled several times now. Paulie, Cease, Blue, I'm not even going to try, and Josh Bell with the crimping. 3 more out of this, and then, of course, the other boxes, they don't have many cards in the packs, so they'll go a little bit quicker as we go through them. Haniger back with the Mariners, Fry, O'Neill, Cade Smith, is that green? No. Parada, Vines, Hader, Porter, and Snell. And Parada was our high number, so we'll add him to the high number pile over here. Let's see what we get out of this. I'm impressed by that relic, though. I will say that. Right? I was not expecting hand-numbered relic. Rodriguez. Of course, you could probably yell at me if you do this more than I do. Waldron. A knack there in the, what they call white border, but it's really kind of aqua, like blue, right? But every border says white, on the back. So put that there. Lorenzen, another Langford rookie. So the collation in here is kind of awkward, right? We got a couple of players a couple times now. But hey, if you're going to get, a couple players of the same card, aside from maybe Skeens, right? Wyatt Langford isn't one to be upset about. Last pack. That one opened pretty easily compared to most of them. Chapman, Hurt, Montgomery, Scott, Chas McCormick in the green. Chas McCormick, Ginkle, Montero, Jackson Holiday's rookie, and Vaughn. So, yeah. What's going on with the Orioles? Right, they're back below 500 again. I know their pitching is probably their biggest weakness, right? But it's so much young talent. You'd hate to see them wasted. The same way the Blue Jays, right? They've tried to infuse with other stuff, free agents along the way too, but they never really came to pass with Guerrero and Bichette. Part of that didn't help COVID, right in their young prime, but I guess we'll see. Let's slide these a little bit here. So we got a numbered card in the first pack. You can see it sticking out. And the blue. And they're kind of a little sticky, so I'm going to have to do that. India, Clase, Mancini again. It's the Trey Mancini box. This is the 75, right? 16 of 75. Is that jersey number? I think it might be. Was he number 16 for the Birds? Can't really tell on there. He was either 16 or 18. But Trey Mancini. So we'll put that with, I'm going to move Mark McGwire here. We'll put that right there. Bieber and Corey Seager in the blue. So these blues are not numbered. That's just the box hit. All right, Corey Seager. Yeah, let's put him over here. He's won 2 World Series MVPs. Trent Grisham, Kyle Lewis, Stuart Fairchild in the silver refractor, and Alec Boehm. I would normally put that silver refractor down, but I'm hoping for something nice out of those other 2 boxes to put there. So O'Neill, Dansby Swanson's upside down, Longoria, and Monty Irvin. So it's that one. I was really hoping Cappy would join us. But, when I do this during the day, he's, a little bit sleepy time, right? It's McGuire again, Will Clark, Steve Garvey, Tomei, and Rick Farrell with the shimmery background, right? So lots of Hall of Famers or stars in that box. I know one Hall of Famer, but unless Farrell's in there too, and I just don't know. But lots of stars, at least, old stars in that box. Riley Adams is upside down. Andre Dawson. Sabathia, Hall of Famer. And Max Kranick. 2 more packs to go. Nothing new at my local Walgreens. That's why I didn't have anything for this rip here from that. There's Arias, Lothar, Thompson, Morgan. Oops. Always want to bounce the cards. It's always a good idea. Gray, George Brett, Robert, and Hernandez. So let's see. We get one more, anything big out of this one. So the Mancinis are 1 hit right out of this so far. And we got a green in here. So let's do this. Eloy Jimenez, who we pull in every pull. Frias, Anderson, Bernie Williams is hiding Carlos Delgado in the green. There's Bernie Williams. Carlos Delgado, green is to 99. 19 of 99. This was to 75, right? Yeah. So green border. Can't tell. It looks like batters swinging and stuff like that around it. Carlos Delgado to 99. There's a couple numbered cards in there. I've done pretty well with numbered cards, right? That's 5 of them so far. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if Prism comes through. And I can remember, like I said, I opened these. This is a Target box, right? Yeah, I got this at Target. So, no, I got this at Walmart. That's right. I got it at the Walmart in Anderson. And I was just messing around. Both of these, the Select and the Prism, were Walmart boxes. So I think that has a different color insert in it than the Target one. Galarraga, Crawford, Canseco there in the cracked ice blue. Not numbered, but Jose Canseco. Cracked ice there. Sullivan and Carrig. Probably butchered that. Tom Glavine. Top tier Hurston Waldrip. Hurston Waldrip of the Braves. Ron Guidry in the green. Again, not numbered. But Ron Guidry. Houck and Keeler? Something like that. A couple of Braves in that pack. Francisco Alvarez is a PC for me, so that'll end up over here. Biggio, another cracked ice there of Yoshida, Crawford, and Farmelo. I should have looked at the box. Yeah, 4 blue ice parallels, it said. So we've got 2 of them so far. Geloff, Ty Pete, Fireworks. Jim Tomei in the cracked ice. Blue ice. Nimala and Buster Posey. Following us again. 2 more to go here. Max Anderson, Shoeless Joe Jackson in the silver refractor. That's pretty cool. Shoeless Joe. With ooh, that's a nice one. Jackson Churio blue ice. Gonna have to look that one up before I go mixing it into a Etsy pack. Imagine that one might fetch a few bucks. So I'm gonna set that up here. Ballesteros and Zantanello. So that's pretty nice. Jackson Churio in the blue ice. Last one here, we got a red. So let's do this. Rafala. It's a nice rookie too. Wilkin. Don Sutton. Noble Meyer is hiding a red Edgar Martinez. And the red is numbered. So our 6th numbered card of the break. 64 of 399. Edgar Martinez. Hall of Famer. DH. Seattle Mariners. Select will wrap us up here, and we'll call it a video. And I will probably do, as I'm packing my packs, as I'm sorting them and stuff like that, I think I might do another live stream sometime next week. At least maybe as I'm going through what I pick up from my, where I go and get a whole bunch of cards from, one of my local dealers, who also does like auction stuff like that. I just get the leftovers, you know what I mean? I might do a live stream going through all that stuff and sorting them. Why not? Ken Griffey Jr., Isaac Anderson, and Dylan Head. These are just red, white, and blue. Those are just the parallels, right, that we're looking for in this. Blaster exclusive, the rare Firestorm, orange prisms are the things we're looking for. And then there's the other stuff, right, that could be in here that probably won't be. But either way, right, we'll do that. And I am going to announce at some point, probably as I can, after I get through all my grading and everything through the semester, a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So be on the lookout for that video. We're a pretty good ways away from 2,000 still, but be on the lookout. Subscribe now so you're ready for it. Like, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff that you do on here. Dylan Cruz, right, select. He must have had a select in the previous year, but Dylan Cruz there. Mitch Jebb, and there's our orange, and it's appropriate that it's Eddie Murray, right? So it kind of matches there for the Birds, the Orioles, Eddie Murray. Nice prism orange. I'm going to set that down just because I like the color. It'll stand out right there in the background. I really don't remember opening Select Baseball. Evan Carter is a nice rookie. River Ryan, not too bad. Josh Noth. and Ty Floyd. 3 more packs. And then we'll see how the draft unfolds over the last day and whatever else happens in sports this weekend. I know the NBA and NHL playoffs are going on. You're probably into that. It's an old school design there, right? Of that. Is that the first year select throwback with that Ethan Salas there? But I am not I mean, I'll watch the hockey playoffs, of course. This has something in it. This is thick. You can just tell the difference. Let's open that one last. What would be in a select pack? Extra cards? Gibson, Aaron Judge, Johnny Damon, and Blake Dunn. Premier level, right? No Prism there. Blake Dunn, rookie. All right, what's in here? Because that is definitely thicker than the other packs. Yeah, there's a thick card in there. Didn't know we'd get something like that as select. But let's go to the orange first. That's another Oriole. Ardone? Something like that. So both of our oranges are Orioles. Kind of appropriate. We'll put them there. Bryce Eldridge. Jim Palmer is hiding that guy, whatever this is, in the thick card. Selective swatches of Braden Taylor. It's not numbered, but color me stupid because I didn't know Select had patch cards. But it's an interesting way to end it, right? Braden Taylor, selective swatches. Just a little napkin relic, just, you know, about the same size as the Devers there, but interesting. Tampa Bay punched Taylor's ticket to Double-A Montgomery. Are they still the Biscuits in Montgomery? But yeah, that's a new one to me, folks. I've never seen a patch card from Select and all the stuff that I've opened, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a nice rip here, right? We got, what we say, 6 serial numbered cards with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got the manufactured relic, the one relic that's numbered. This relic is not numbered. You know, from a retail rip like this, that's about what you're asking for, right? We got a couple of nice rookie cards. Sucks that a couple of cards were just randomly crimped again in that Heritage box, but we got a lot of nice stuff in here to mix in. And this Jackson Churio is probably going to be the something I do set aside. Maybe the Devers. I don't know. I'll have to look at that as well. But I imagine everything else except for these couple of Mets that, you know, I stuck aside for myself here, I'm going to go through and mix into the packs when I do the update. So be on the lookout for those shorts coming up. Like, subscribe. You'll see when I have your favorite team updated. And like I said, next week we'll probably do some, maybe a live stream, maybe another retail rip if I find anything else or find the stuff I've been looking for. Might resort to going online. Who knows? Somebody's also offered to maybe check them out for me. But we'll see how this all works out, and we'll go from there. So thanks as always. I appreciate it. And hopefully Cappy will join us next time, and hopefully so will you. See you then.